Greetings, everyone. Welcome to a ranked Ravnica Allegiance draft. We have finally, RNA has won the voting. Theros Beyond Death has managed to take it every day this week and even last week as well. But yesterday we had a little rough day on the plane of Theros, going 0-3 for the first time in a long time with a deck we didn't love, but you know, I never expect to 0-3, so that was a little hard on my ego. I asked chat what we wanted to do about it today. Go lick our wounds elsewhere or get back at Theros and try and get back on that horse, and chat has spoken. We're going to jump into RNA today. I like RNA. I think for a five guild set, there's actually a lot of viable archetypes. There's aggro and control builds of some of the guilds. There's a good 3-color guild decks in basically Azorius is not Azorius, sorry, that's 2-color. Esper is a great 3-color place to be here, but also the green with and the gates and open the gates allows green to splash as well, so you can often splash in your green decks as well. And yeah, in the dumb gate deck, sometimes the gate payoffs in this set are quite high. But I really do love the variety here. GRN, Guilds of Ravnica, did not have a lot of variety. It was 70% Boros, 20%, 25% Dimir, and like 5% other. And here we get a nice spread. I do like the Leon Orzhov and Esper directions. Those are my favorites, but I'll go where the cards take us here, which I like. Before I jump in for the purchase, though, I got to mention Card Kingdom. They're my sponsor. I love them. They are, like a lot of Seattle businesses right now, facing some interesting mandates and tough calls. I believe they're still, so for those of you not following, you know, local Seattle news or whatever, everybody's doing things a little bit differently. But yesterday is when Seattle said no more retail businesses open. So the retail side of Card Kingdom is which is the Mox Boarding House companies are closed right now. But I checked, I didn't get any updated emails from Card Kingdom, but I did check the website this morning, and there's no indication that they're not selling digitally. So you can, as far as I can tell, and until further notice, you can still order your physical tabletop Magic needs from cardkingdom.com, and you'll get all of the awesome benefits of working with a great company like them. Timely shipping, product as in the condition you expected, and an inventory to be jealous of. So, thank you, Card Kingdom. Now let's dive in, check out Pack 1, Pick 1. I'll get out of your way. See if I can remember my scene changes today. Judith is a very strong rare for the Rakdos aggro. I do like, as I said, all 5 guilds are effectively playable. Skewer is criminally underrated by bots, but it doesn't mean it's going to wheel. This can actually wheel, which is insane. But yeah, with Bladebrand, Judith is something else. I think we'll take Judith and not marry her, though. I also like seeing this Pitiless Pontiff. If this were a garbage rare, I would just take probably Pitiless Pontiff over Imperious Oligarch. The Guild Mage is okay, but these Guild Mages aren't great in this one. Yeah, we'll just date Judith. I mean, she knows she's got good access to all the great shows. Get the point is, I forget this card exists sometimes. For the quality level of removal that it is, like you'd see this in most other formats, and this would be something you'd be thinking about all the time. But really, Get the Point doesn't show up too much in this format. I don't know why, other than that Rakdos isn't too thrilled about 5-drops. But not over Judith. But if this wheels, we'd love to take it. If we're still with Judith here. But let's start with Judith. Well, Judith into Grotesque Demise is a defensible start. Trollbred is fantastic. I love me an Orzhov Enforcer as well. These Death Touchers. The prevalence of Death Touch in this format at Common is one of the reasons that green suffers a bit. They have to, a lot of times green has to attack through a lot of death touch and make it through a lot of removal to win. But yeah, Enforcer does work great with Judith, no question about it. But I'm inclined to just take the removal. Although this removal tends to go late too. Sometimes you get removal flood in the format. That being said, I'm still going to take the straight removal that matches our pretty awesome rare. Oh, look, here's another Death Toucher. This is what I'm talking about. Death Touch all over it, common around here. Some big requirement costs out of these uncommons. They're very powerful and tend to be worth those costs if you're in those colors already, but they're not worth pivoting for here. We're going to let those move on. We can just take another Demise. But this is what I was saying. This can go late. Like, the bots don't totally respect this as much as they should, and the Demises can really go around, but I don't see taking anything else here. I said I don't want to marry Judith, so I got to be out of the mindset like that we're not in some other color, but I just don't see why we should not. I mean, Grotesque, even if we're not Judith, I still want the Grotesque Demise, bottom line. So here's an interesting pick, because the Gate Colossus is a fine pick to just, you know, we put Judith aside and say, okay, we're going to start down an Azorius gate path in which we get, or an Esper gate path in which we're running Demises and Colossuses. That's just fine. This leaps out as matching our rare, of course, but it's pretty replaceable, actually. It's fine. Sometimes you get something with Carnival, the ping, and you time it right and you find something, you know, hit their last two cards. We know what it feels like to nail somebody's last two cards. But yeah, I think it's early enough and the gate deck strong enough that we should take the Colossus here. And if this wheels, fine. But this is kind of where you want to get a gate. Like, pack 1, pick 4 is early enough to be a signal that we can make that happen if it comes our way. And here we have, here's decision time too, because really, if we're looking to go long gates, we could do, or go long Esper, Summary Judgment, Azorius Guildgate. These are all picks that support kind of heading towards this direction, but Plague White is incredible. And if we just stick with the Rakdos, we're going to be happy to have a Plague White. But it's a pretty big difference, because, like, yeah, I think you even play this in an Esper-ish control deck, but it's not really what you want. I'm going to go with the Plague White here. But now we can take a first gate here. You don't love the gates in aggro per se, but again, we still may be just base black with a Gate Colossus, and we don't know what else we need or want. Take this. Rafter Demon is one of the reasons Rakdos lags behind in the power rankings of guilds. Like, this is your gold common for Rakdos, and it's just not that impressive. In fact, I think I'd rather have the Storm Strike or the Recluse. White seemed open for, like, yeah, white is generally like, I didn't see anything that leapt out at me as unusual about the white that was being passed. But yeah, with 2 Grotesque Demises, I think we would want this to top out a Rakdos curve over this adding to our interaction. So I'm with Dumbledore on this one. But we did kind of make a pivot there. Like, we're really headed towards Rakdos now, and away from the Esper control stuff, which is fine. Maybe we take a Rubble Slinger in that. I don't love Undercity's Embrace. Consign to the Pit. I try not to run 6-drops in Rakdos. But maybe it's the pick here over the really, really marginal in this type of deck Rubble Slinger. Yeah, these are the 2 most likely playables. They're just both super underwhelming for what we're up to. I think I'm going to go with the Consign, though. Hey, look, the Skewer did wheel. So, wow. Wasn't there something else that I was thinking might wheel that was maybe... Oh, it was the Get the Point did not wheel, but the Skewer did? Okay. Burn Bright is interesting if you're producing those tokens. I haven't really seen it do much in just a straight up I'm red black stuff. But we'll take we can take Grudian or Plaza here. Even Plaza is not really what a Rakdos deck. We're right now we're kind of off the Colossus. I think we just take the Grudian and keep moving towards the rackest of the dose. Do we want this weak spectacle creature or this weak spectacle creature? Let's look at curve. Pretty high curve here. But we're all very stacked at 3, so I guess I'll take the Rafter Demon. But it's not that much. Doesn't even matter that much. Take Vault Progress, but I'm actually gonna... and just in case we kind of get forced into Orzhov somehow in pack 2, I'll take a Pegasus here. Because right now we've got this Rubble Belt, which is whatever. And we've got a Rafter Demon, which is whatever, and a Skewer that's good, and a Judith that's good. Other than that, like, our good cards are all black. Well, here we go. I like a Trumpeter over a Maka. So we'll take a good 2-drop. One of the things the Trumpeter does is, as a 2-drop menace, it is very difficult not to get in for at least 1 on 3, which sets up Jugglers. We don't have any Jugglers yet, but that's one of the things I like about Trumpeter. Any sack outlets in the guild? Don't remember off the top. Immolation Shaman is a solid 2-drop, but this is nothing amazing. It's rare, but it's not amazing. Kind of a constructed hate bear of sorts, but a 1/3 that can pay 5 to become a 4/5 and have menace. Like, it's not a bad 2-drop. It's just not. It just kind of feels like an uncommon, really. Like, in limited, it plays like a common or an uncommon. Scorch Mark is another a possibility that someone points out. It is removal. We do have 2 Grotesque Demise and a Skewer. Ideally, we're still early-ish. You know, we're early pack 2 here. What I really want to be doing on 2 in these types of decks, though, is Plague White, Trumpeter, something that's going to get through so that when we pick up some Jugglers, they turn on the Jugglers for turn 3. And so I'm just going to take the rare. Yeah, we're pretty low on 2s, and I want a 2 creature over a 2 spell. And so we're looking for Jugglers in particular because of that. But Vindictive Vampire is a great curve topper for Rakdos. It often sets you up, like, if you've got, let's say they're down to 7, and they've got like 4 blockers, and you've got 5 2-powered attackers. Like, it just puts so much pressure on them, because if things die, they take 1, and if they don't block, they take it all, right? So which shaman are you talking about? Anyway, yeah, this one. Underwhelming, but not what you want. Anyway, Vindictive Vampire is where we're going there. Cry is a bit of a non-bow for us. We don't want that cast against us, although it can be powerful when you're the one who is controlling when this goes off, but Hida, you don't get it. Nikya is high risk, high gain, and averages out to a whatever kind of card. I mean, he's got a serious drawback on it, Hida. Serious drawback. You don't get to cast non-creatures? Whoa, that's rough. Anyway, Mockery, are we doing this? Nah, it's not really very good. I guess we just take a Grudian, yeah. Although this is not really what I want to be doing for 3 mana with an aggressive Rakdos deck. Yeah, you can block, but that's it has some flexibility, but it's still, the setup cost here is makes this not a good card. I don't love the Scavenger either. This is not the 4 I want to be playing in this deck. But I don't know if I want another Grudian either, to be fair. I don't think I want... I think we'll probably end up cutting... Yeah, you can come up with also... Yes, sure. Triggers Judith, like, but it's still not good. I'm just going to take the dumb good... The dumb, boring, okay one. Acrobat's fine here. It's not a 4-mana 5/5. It's a 4-mana 3/3. And if you sacrifice something of yours, you get a 5/5. But I don't like presenting that thing as a 4-mana 5/5 as though I'm passing on some amazing beef or something. IGI, oh yeah. IGI is good in these types of aggro decks, which is counterintuitive for a lot of people who... Because it looks like some kind of long game control finisher, but really playing this into an empty board is bad news. Playing this behind a bunch of trumpeters and plague whites is quite excellent. We could take a gate, but I don't think we're playing this Colossus. I don't think we're playing anything here though. A third Grudian. Now I just wish I had the dumb 3/3 for 4 that I'm not going to play anyway. I'm not going to play any of these. I'll take a transport. I guess I'll take the gate. Whatever. We have another pack to go. Maybe we end up splashing a touch of white or something, but I don't think that pick matters too much. Footlight Fiend is decent. I forget. Clear the Stage. This is a lot worse than it looks. We might take it, but well, I don't know how it looks to you, but it's pretty clunky. You know, 5 mana for -3/3. That is really clunky. I think I just want Footlight Fiend, actually. We have 2 Demises, and this helps with all the jugglers we're going to get. They just haven't been in the packs yet. Ready? Well, there's a Blade Brand we wouldn't mind taking, but I think we do just want the excellent 2-drop here. Or, decent, you know, a good 2-drop. It's not even excellent. It's good, but it's good. Here's maybe a Blade Brand we could grab, but we also have an opportunity for this. The Scorchmark came around. The Vandal came around. Got all these dumb Grudians that I don't really want to run in the 3-drop slot here. Vandal in the 3 looks a lot better. But yeah, Blade Brand plus Judith is quite good. So maybe we should make sure we just get our first Blade Brand in this deck. I kind of want the Vandal, and even this is all right. Yeah, Footlight Fiend and Blade Brand is also... That's why I want to get a Blade Brand. This is a deck that really wants one of those. Hey, look, we got a Burning Tree Vandal anyway if we want it. We could take a Collision Colossus, but this is best of 1, and we're not going to cast the Colossus side. Raptor Demon is as average as always, so yes, we just grab Burning Tree here. Probably means cutting this even. All the stuff y'all wanted is back anyway. So we'll take the Scavenger here. Again, I don't want either of these in the deck. And this continues to just make me sad about Rakdos in this format. Rakdos, what you could have been with just a little better help with the gold. I think R&D really let down Rakdos with the gold cards in this set. I think you're right, bro, but we're going to take it for lack of anything better. You asked me that yesterday. What did I say? Sour Form Hybrid goes criminally late by the bots. Yeah, not going to play that either. Harv says, Scavenger is an easy 5/5. You can sack the Fiend to it. You didn't give me any sarcastic emote there, Harv, so I don't know how serious you're being, but whether you're being serious or not, many people are serious about that kind of comment, but you're not acknowledging the 2-for-1 there. You've invested 2 full cards into that 5/5 now, and I just feel like people talk about this thing like it's just a free 5/5. It's a 4-mana 5/5, Ryan. You always have an expendable thing you got for free to throw at this, and it's always a 5/5. Why don't you love it? Come on. Another gate, says Double D's. I don't think we're doing the gate thing. Like, we should probably cut the Colossus, cut the Consign, and if we can, cut this Recluse. But I think we just want another Trumpeter, and then wheel the Scorchmark, and then ready. Here comes the Jugglers. Finally, the Jugglers are going to start flowing. Are you ready? No Jugglers. Also, no Thralls this draft. This is a good reason to be in Orzhov, which we're not, of course. But I don't think... Yeah, that's not playable rare. This is a garbage pack for us. We could take a Roustabout or a Maka. I don't even want to clear the stage. It's not good enough. Yeah, where are the Jugglers? Bring in the clowns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a 6th with a Footlight Fiend. Maybe we just want a Maka, but I do think this will wheel, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Roustabout and try and wheel the Maka. Juggler. This is rude. Deck. Take a Shaman. It can be a Clam, it can be a Shaman. Here's finally a place where I can slide in a Scorchmark. Savage Smash. Great card there that we're passing by. Carrion Imp or another Vandal. Let's Vandalize. Juggler is easily... Well, easily. I mean, the Grotesque is quite good, but yes, Juggler is excellent, and we're just totally getting stone 0 Jugglers. That's pretty bad for us. Pack 1, pick 1 Judith into literal 0 Jugglers ever seen the entire draft is pretty sad. We'll take Rafter Demon, question mark. Maybe we want a Storm Strike here, actually. We didn't pick up a ton of removal since, and we're going to be pretty crashy and aggro, so I think I want a Storm Strike. It's more playable than that Rafter Demon with what we've got going on. All right, let's pile up the Makas. Make those Storm Strikes good. And that's it. No Jugglers. We literally never saw a Juggler. Never even had one chance. Probably run Drill Bit, though. Scorchmark did indeed wheel. We could take another random 3 or another cheap removal spell. I guess let's take cheap removal and just really go low down here. Sweet. We wheeled some of that Maka action. Oh yeah, the Makas are flowing now. Man, maybe we could have done the Gathering deck here. We're playing 0 of them though. Yeah, we could have absolutely done the Goblin Gathering Burn Bright. I think we saw about 4 or 5 Goblin Gatherings and a couple of these. $40 on the grind. Let me throw a note in my spreadsheet. paid 750 in gems and got 40 on the grind. All right, well, another marginal red-black deck. Let's see how this one does. Didn't like how yesterday's went. Yeah, if you talk about top commons for this deck, it basically is Plague White and Jugglers and Grotesque Demises, and we got, well, and where did I put it? Where's our, oh, Skewer, and the Skewer. You know, there's some quality here, but, and the nice thing about a deck like this, I mean, we were joking about the Makas, but really this is about density of casting cost threat, and the fact that their Makas doesn't really, I mean, we'll cut some of these probably, but actually like we can cut this, we just cut the gate. I think I'm going to run the gate. You know how much I love to cast spells. Turns out it's important. How are we doing on pips? 18, 16, so we'll lean a little bit red on that front. And then looking at our numbers overall, 18.9. Well, probably want to cut. You do like that. What about that? What do you think of that beauty? $15 land, curve tops at 2 4-drops. I think I'm going to go for this style of build as a first effort with this deck. If it feels like we are petering out without the power to close, we can come back and think about adding more higher end. But this is a lean machine here. Maybe I'm being greedy. We could put 1 land back and cut like a Maka. I kind of like a drill bit in that if we can hit them early and get their key linchpin card out of their hand, the rest of the stuff might be able to get there. You which lands do you want? RNA lands. Is this RNA? No. I think I'll go to 16 land. So let's figure out 1 cut and we'll go back to 16. One thing we do have is an IGI that we wouldn't mind, you know, paying 6 to end the game with. All right, and we're looking for RNA. Just cruising through looking at symbols. Here? No. Here. Okay. Boom. So it's bottom middle. Boom. And what do we want to remove? Let's pull a Maka. Then we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2-drops and a 1-drop. That's nice. That's fine. No, I didn't. Where was the meme? Okay. I see it now. That meme was in celebration of our completed vault, which I'll do here, open here. All right. We need some kind of diva-based deck name. Or not the word diva, but, you know, that's what I want to go for. No jugglers. I don't know. I like that. We'll go pause for applause. And, oh wait, no magic. We just want magic card backs for Nantuko, right? And then what else we have? Who had the box? Breed? Maka? All right, we're good. Thanks, everybody. Let's go. See how this plays. Nowhere to go from up from yesterday. But you can also stay exactly where you are. That's all. It's always a possibility. Apparently, we're the only ones playing RNA right now. Watch those Makas bring it home. We're gonna get him before they know what happens to him. Want a par poll? See some bets happening. I don't know what outcomes you're betting on, but in case you want to weigh in on how good this deck is. Oh, sorry, Oppo. I'm not trying to slow roll you. Or slow play you, rather. Perfect draw in the white. I was going to hold up Scorch Mark and hope we found something for it, but Plague White is a much better draw here. Well, don't love that we missed our third land drop, but I love that our mirror match Oppo is not coming up with anything until a Judith on 3 of their own. Very funny, but bye-bye Judith. Maka, maka, maka! I'm just gonna demise and keep crashing. With 2 demises, I like continuing to pile on the damage here. Yeah, that was one heck of a Scorch Mark, wasn't it? No Diva ping for the Plague White. Oppo got all of our jugglers, but we're gonna get all of his face, all of their face. Note that functionally this game, there was no difference between Feral Maka and Plague White.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance!
And that's why I'm pretty okay with running the random Makas here, because our deck is about a density of 2 power at 2 mana, not the quality of each individual one of those. No red yet, but we have Fiend into white into Trumpeter, and then as soon as we find some red, we get another 2 nice spells turned on in our hand, so let's keep this. How about a mountain? Yeah, all right. Great. That gives us some flexibility here, but we're likely going... We're going to leave the Footlight Fiend behind here, crash in with the white, the unblockable white, effectively, and then decide which mix of stuff we want to cast. Could be Trumpeter plus Critics, or just the Hackerbat. I think... skewering and getting a Trumpeter down is good here, in case they have jugglers of their own. This turns off their juggler plan. Cardboard Live is open. I haven't checked yet. It's working on my test screen, so it might just be you. Choked on red still, unfortunately, but nothing to Scorch Mark anyway. We're going to just swing in and drop a Hackerbat. Maybe, yeah, say might get something killed here. That's okay. Little behind on like raw card advantage here. Just like we have 3 on board. I guess we're pretty even, but these aren't super impressive cards, such that if Oppo finds a land and starts playing some good stuff, we could get brick-walled pretty quickly here. Hackerbat at least has the ability to Death Touch, and the Menace on Trumpeter doesn't suck here. That's perfect. Care to play a 1/1 for 1 along with that? We will, and we found some red, so we can make use of our Hackerbat a little better. Oh, I was thinking this was one of those split damage cards. There's a War of the Spark card that splits the 2 damage that I was thinking of. Thus my comment about playing a 1/1. I might as well wait till... Oh, sorry. I meant to pump that, and then I thought I was in a different spot in the combat. That's a digital mistake right there. Just lost where I was in the flow of my turn. So they should be at 9. We'll see if 2 damage there matters. This is where the Trumpeter starts to shine a little, right? Because now, in order to block this thing, they've got... we can send in the Footlight Fiend for a 2-for-1, or the Rakdos Trumpeter in as a 2-for-1. Both of these cards attack as a 2-for-1. We're going to leave the Hackerbat back, though, I think. Let's see. What's the benefit of attacking Hackerbat? Nothing really. They just trade off 1-for-1 of their... trading off the Infiltrator. So we'll leave Hackerbat back, but send in our others. There's only one... we only had 1 pump available, and the land wouldn't matter for that. But I'll play this now so we can Death Touch. And I play mostly digital. It's something I want to work on. The trouble is I can't learn much from it. Like, you know, punts where it's like you missed a line are just a little more valuable from... Oh, that was a nice pickup. Now we get attacked with everything. I'm a little worried about 5 open mana and 3 cards, so we kind of need them to make the first move, I think, before we run Storm Strike out. But then it should be all right, and we do get Storm Strike plus a Trumpeter activation. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, again, depends on... It's up to you guys what a punt is. So they're going for that. I'm going to go ahead and pump the Trumpeter and see if this causes them to do something. Okay, that's fine. I mainly just wanted to have a better understanding of what we're facing here. And so now we get to Storm Strike, and we'll Storm Strike Hackerbat. That's the more valuable keep. And we'll keep that on top, too. It's an active spell. Unfortunately, Footlight Fiend targets before the 1/1 is around to smack, but we'll go to their face anyway. Don't think we're going to want to haste it, though, because it just trades off with the Spirit. Yeah, we're close, but we don't have this thing locked up. 6 is a lot of life for an Oppo in this spot. And now we've got a decent draw, but not amazing. And then we're gonna give it the counter though here.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance!
Yeah, it's still we do have attacks here. I mean, this is a Death Toucher, right? We could force them to trade. I just like giving ourselves a chance to add to the board a little here. Maybe so, Resonator. I don't know where that gets us, though. I'm trying to look to them being at 0, and I didn't see how hasting in a Vandal for a trade... I just didn't see that. I wanted another draw, I guess. I don't know. I think Oppo attacking us is probably a good sign. Or maybe it's a terrible sign. Now that's interesting. Can we just... haste the Shaman now? And then Footlight Fiend could trade 1 for 1. But they don't really have that ability. They'd have to trade... They have to get in front of the Hackerbat. So let's go Clamor with haste. Yeah, but that's the thing. They only get 1, right? They can choose. We send in We make the Panther not able to block, and then Footlight Fiend gets exactly one. It gets one block and one of our creatures. Oh yeah, so but you get what I'm saying. Like with Footlight Fiend represents 2 damage, but with 2 damage they can only get one of our things. So that's fine. Well, if we make the Fiend not able to block, then they get to eat the Shaman for free. I guess they can't though. Then they would just put the Panther on the Hackerbat and kill it. Like what I like about not making the Panther block is that the only thing they can get is the Vandal or the Shaman. They don't have the choice of getting the Hackerbat. So I mean, yeah, if they miss block, we can kill them with a Hackerbat pump. But I think we say no block on the Panther. How are we ever protecting the Shaman? I don't understand what you're doing to protect the Shaman, Resonator. Like, are you not hasting the Shaman? You're going to put a counter on it? I don't understand how targeting the Fiend protects the Shaman. They just... Oh, because then they die. Yeah. Sorry. I do understand now. Thank you. And... They're making the block they have to. Oh, they even have the Blade Brand play. Rough for us. So now they get Burning Tree Vandal if they want it instead. This might be the Blade Brand that makes our game fall apart, folks. So that misclick really coming back to haunt me now, because obviously their decisions this game would be very different, though. So D, before you jump all over yourself to say that he should be dead, Oppo should be dead right now, keep in mind that if they had been 2 lower on life, they would have attacked completely differently. So we would be in a different form of a standoff. We wouldn't have them dead, right? I just want to be clear about that. I'm still mad that I punted, but the game would not be over. It would just be different. Double pumped. I only had the 1 pump, right? It was red that pumps. Well, we demise the vampire and get in for 1, and then they can crack back for something, but not all. D, what are you punting on now? Oh my god, I'm gonna... Will you listen to me, D? Oh my god. Like, that's what's frustrating, Dionysus. I hope you're there still listening. Like, I'm here to try to help you get better, and I explain something out, and then you just do something that says, Ryan, I did not listen to you at all. Harv, how long have you been here? You don't ban someone over that. He's not banned, he's timed out. And let me tell you, I time out D whenever the F I want. D just tried to repunt the same thing he already punted after I explained how the repunt wasn't... Why do I put up with you, D? I'm too nice. Well, Oppo wising up a little bit here and keeping some action back. We are going to keep back now, hold our demise. Maybe they go for a big attack. They go for a game winner here and we get them. Well, this is unfortunate. Now we need to... I was hoping to have Oppo attack before we made our choices here. But now, because of the Infiltrator being able to sack the Fiend and kill the Shaman, we need to do it pre-combat. That's the thing. They had lethal on board, and they were probably going to go for it. And, man, Oppo has just been ripping perfect here, to be honest. Like, I really think we had him in a great spot. If they don't have specifically a Footlight Fiend to drop and threaten a sacrifice pre-combat, they would probably go for it, and we would probably win on the crackback with the Shaman. So now what? I don't know if we have outs. Scorch Mark doesn't go to the face, does it? And IGI doesn't do it. I don't think we can win. I don't think we have outs. Yeah, Oppo outdrew us and had a fine deck. And outdrew us with it. What's up, MM? Looks good. One more land, we have a curve out to 4. We can either go Hackerbat or Demise next turn, depending on what Oppo gets up to. What can be... Can we get wrecked by this thing on turn 3? I don't think so. Like, they play a land, they play, like, Biomancer's Familiar. Like, I don't even... I can't even think... Oh, not Biomancer's Familiar. I was thinking of the other... The rare blue merfolk. I think it's a Biomancer of some kind. Anyway, my point is... I'm going to attack in, but I think we don't have to Demise here. Benthic Biomancer. I knew Biomancer was in there somewhere. Thank you. Like, yeah, I think we should go Hackerbat or even Clamor Shaman with counter. And then next turn, if we get a land, if we get a swamp, we have Hackerbat plus Bladebrand as a possible play. So I'm going to go ahead and Shaman up here. And then we'll see what Oppo comes up with this turn. And a Shaman with some defense is pretty nice. With some toughness, that being, I mean. Defense. I know Magic terms. Creatures have an attacking and a defense. Intercept. Oh, that was the dumbest thing ever. When Wizards was like, yes, let's make an introductory product, except we're going to change all the terminology to be more complicated and inconsistent with the main game. Cool, 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 cool. Why are you proud of me, Nantugo? Let's get rid of this familiar here. But we don't even need to do it yet. We can still just send in, make the familiar not be able to block and hold up other stuff. Also, Oppo stuck on land, so we're going to try and take advantage of that here. Yeah, we should just actually play the vampire. Uses all our mana. Hackerbat holding up Blade Brand doesn't use our mana as for sure effectively as this does. And gives us, again, a lot of options for next turn. Oh. All right, now we have a sweet double attack, or double play of Trumpeter Hackerbat. Yeah, that's true. We could, although with the Blade Brand, I don't even care. Let him make a dragon and we'll Blade Brand and kill it. Well, we have a Demise and a Blade Brand to mess with anything they might think to do here. But certainly we'll say that Familiar does not get to block in case of that trick. And again, yes, if Oppo wants to do something to sink all of their resources into making a 5/5 Terramander, we win, so I'm really not concerned about that. We just keep getting wide and say, sure, make one huge threat. I would love for you to make one huge threat. As it is, especially if we draw a land, this one's over. Yeah, now we have Grotesque Demise and the Blade Brand. Let's just Demise. I don't think it'll matter, but I'm going to get rid of the Familiar. Yeah, we just make the Ram not block, and then what have they got? Reasonable 30-pound. I didn't talk that through, but 30-pound Knight says I should have deliberately played around Quench, and they are correct on that one. So you're saying you typed and entered that D before I explained myself? I raise my eyebrow at you. But welcome back. Yes, I cracked down on Dionysus, but he's always welcome back. Queues are taking a long time in RNA. I guess it's not very popular right now relative to having best of one Theros around. Understandable. I'm really enjoying this, though. I do like this format. It kind of reminds me that I did have a pretty good blast drafting RNA when it comes down to it. No 2. Can we keep this without a 2? You've seen you saw what happened to our Oppo when they went Rakdos and didn't have a 2 drop, right? It really undercuts the whole curve out plan of the deck, and we have a couple draws to get a 2 even, but I think I would just rather mulligan and try to find one. There we go, much better looking. We're gonna keep this, and we could keep all the land and like ditch a drill bit, but I think with the Vandal, any land gets us a Vandal, and then the Vandal can unlock us, and we're aggro low to the ground anyway, so I'm going to be greedy, ditch our extra swamp, and try to move forward with these. Not a great card, but decent against us, even as just an 0-3 that blocks. And I've got to scorch this Growth Chamber Guardian. This isn't what I want to be doing in Rakdos on turn 2, but a 4-power... We could potentially wait, but the thing is we can't, because they could untap and turn this into a 4-power. Yeah, we could wait. We could let them spend mana. Here's my problem. If they don't go for the make a 4 mana... If they leave mana open, we are in a weird spot. If we go for the mana spend, it's a really weird spot. That being said, I think we go ahead and we try, because either they're going to go for a 4-4 on this turn, or they do something else with their mana and we take 2 from it and then get it at the end of the turn. Okay, so they're going to do that. And yeah, I am still going to Scorch Mark the Guardian, because although this makes a flyer, which is pretty rough, and if we Scorch Mark this, we can attack with the Blade Brand, or the Artist. We'll probably just play the Vandal, though. What do you like killing here? Well, this is going to land for what... Anyway, this gets to land, and then we're going to take out the Guardian or the Creeper. Yeah, let's see if they miss any lands. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Guardian. We just can't get through it. 4 toughness is a big problem for us. And we still get Fireblade Artist with a possible drill bit here. Or we could go for the Burning Tree Vandal right now. I think Fireblade Artists offer the trade, though, is good. And then I don't think they will, because and we are going to take 4 back the other direction here. I'm acknowledging that. We're going to go to 16 on this play, but I think it's worth it for the drill bit. We're going to let him have the capture and just hope to dodge an island. I guess we just take the Duelist. Brush Striders are annoying too. You can make an argument for a Brush Strider, since any land unlocks a Brush Strider. But Duelist... Actually, I'm going to take a Brush Strider. Taking a Brush Strider, I'm not sure of that, though. And here we're going to go with the Vampire. We know they have a Essence Capture that's going to come get us soon, so let's get our best creature down, and then if we draw any land, we have a 2-spell turn next turn. Yeah, we're going to make them duelists, though. I guess we don't even have to. I mean, they have a clean block on the Fireblade, so we'll just stay back. I'll offer the Fireblade for the Creeper. Oh, wow, they drew a Quench. Wow, okay, well, they get to draw stuff. Good job, Oppo. Yeah, blocking. All right. We're not going to haste it because we want it to be able to attack through that Caretaker.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance!
They have a clean block on the Maka, but we have stuff we could draw to this loot or this rummage that would make it worth attacking. See what they do with the Scry. Probably finally top and get some land for them. One top, one bottom. Oh, that's pretty sweet. They can't counter it with Essence Capture. And I'm just wondering if we want to save our Vandal here by taking out the Savant, or whether we want to wait and take out something bigger like the Brush Strider. And I think they're at 15. We're pretty far off from actually killing them here. But I think another attack, like if we draw a land next turn, I'll be so glad to still have the Vandal. So I'm going to go ahead and use this premium removal to kill a fairly innocuous creature here. It also takes away their ability to make mana with the Caretaker. Interesting that they blocked them. Oh, no, never mind. It's correct that they blocked the Maka. Sorry. I was thinking of something else. All right. So now they get to trade off with the Brush Strider, but we do get a one more Rummage. So let's do that. They do have Duelist here. But that was their best result there, so it was still worth doing. And we get to keep the Vandal, so all right, I'll take that. Troll Bread is scary stuff. So close to being good, but not going to be quite good enough here. Yeah, I liked that result for us, but now I'm not liking this result. Kind of in a blade brand or bust situation now. Blade brand, Judith, IGI would all be nice. But no attacks now. We got to just try and build out our board best we can. I'll use a Storm Strike on a Brush Strider, though, if they send it. All right. Well, could still find what we need to survive, but we're going to take this big smack. I know they have Essence, but we have non-creature spells we could draw that save us. Maybe you're talking about the Judith draw. Well, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. We do have a gang block to kill spot here. So we'll try that. Trying to do better than yesterday with another red-black aggro deck in a different format. In this case, we are on the verge of evening it out at 2-2 here. You know you're not in a great spot when this is your play, but welcome to our play. What do you mean? In what context, D? Do I ever go outside and walk? I have a dog, man. I don't know what chat what chat you're talking about, though. Nice job, Lizard. Well, as they say, not dead quite yet, but boy, we're close. I think we're basically dead, though, because as long as they keep up the Essence capture, we can't play a blocker for the Brush Strider. So, yeah, or they can just do that. Hey, that's nice. Harv says thanks for telling him about those coffee containers. Purchased one on Amazon, shipped today, and let me tell you, it's going to change my coffee life forever. Harv is talking about these. These are my recommended canisters for storing your coffee. They're called Airscape containers, and their innovation is that they each have a vacuum seal thing. So just a normal empty container, but by pressing the air out, you remove... Oxygen is the enemy of freshness, and these containers eliminate the oxygen from around your precious cargo. Oh, Corona context. Yeah, I mean, sure. You gotta get out and get some fresh air. And again, I use my my dog walking time for that. So I don't walk and chat all that much. I'm usually just walking with my dog. Well, Pocket, I'm simpatico with your dad. I get so mad at my family. My family closes bags like oxygen isn't the enemy, and I'm like, people. Like, there's a bag of cereal, and they'll like crinkle the top, and there's all this air, and it's like, squeeze out the air. Squeeze out the air. All right, let's get back in. And I'll get this record updated. 1 second. Can't remember where par landed. I'd give this like a 4.5 or so. I like this deck. I think it's fine. It's not, you know, we acknowledge that we are missing jugglers first and foremost, and another white or two would have been nice. But we've got tools here. I'm going to make proof that I'm wearing pants a channel points redemption. And then maybe, because sometimes I'm still in my pajama bottoms, and you can try and catch me in my pajama bottoms. If you were to redeem that today, though, you would not get me. Ha! Fiend, Maca, Scorchmark, no swamps. What do we think of this one? Fool Auto asks, are you using the container for the ground or the green coffee or both? Neither. It's for roasted unground coffee. The green beans, the unroasted beans last for 2 or 3 years. All right, we'll keep. Come on, deck. Really? A mountain? Worst draw in our deck, easily. Anyway, yeah, I grind my beans right before I brew them. I don't pre-grind beans. But I keep my roasted beans in the container, and unroasted beans stay in the container they arrived in for years and years and years. Could be a Fairy Duelist situation, but we do have the Scorch Mark in that case. East asks if it was weird moving my daughter back home, or did she stay at school? She moved back home, and then we moved her. She's now in her own apartment. She's got her own place. It's pretty sweet. If you vacuum seal them, can they last a lot longer? The unroasted beans? Probably, yeah. But I give them a good tight, you don't need to overdo it with the green bean care. Let's just pick off this creeper and go. I actually have an espresso machine in the garage that I tried out, and it was just I was too lazy for it. So Shark to Crab is a real issue. We could send in with the Footlight Fiend and the Maca. I'm going to do that. It's a little bit obvious, but it's if Oppo is willing to block, I'm willing to 2-for-1 ourselves here. So we'll wait. We'll see if Oppo wants either one of those. And if not, then we go Vampire. Yeah, what I want, I would do espresso if I could get one of the ones that really automated the brewing, made it super easy. I'm working on it. Hold on.
All right, everyone, chill.
Between Chillbringer and Shark to Crab, I think we're going 2 and 3. Like, I guess we get Skewer the Chillbringer, which isn't the worst, but this does not look like a particularly favorable setup for us. However, Clamor Shaman on the haste allows us to get through and then take it out. So actually, this we're gonna do it this way at least. Yeah, it's really good for us. Now the Vindictive Vampire is kind of doing what I was saying. Oh, yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Maybe we just play the Trumpeter. We don't need to do this yet. Yeah, I think chat's right. We should be aggro about this. Maybe the Skewer to the Face is what gets us there. We have not even seen Judith in our hand yet, no. Spider, not a problem unless they come up with a land here. And even if they come up with a land, I think maybe we're okay with Spider. Not necessarily that, though. Come on!
All right, everyone, chill.
Okay. We have ourselves... We can skewer... If we... math is hard. All right. They're effectively at 5. If we send in with everything, and they block our 3 biggest and take 1, that's a virtual 4. And then we lose the other creatures, and they all die, and that's 3, 2, 1. So really, if we swing away, our worst case is they end up at 1 life, but is that not enough? Oh, and then we have Footlight Fiend that, if they let it die, kills them. Yeah, all right, let's go. Let's do it. We're sending in. Yeah, I'm counting Skewer to their face. All right. Wow, we were about to be overwhelmed by superior card quality, but we got there. Did somebody just lose a bet because of that win? Good. Ha 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 ha. All right, well, we made it to 50-50 at least. That feels good. That's kind of your first plateau, 3 wins. I was worried we were about to be frozen and chilled and outclassed. Hey, it's Judith. Judith and no 2. Frustrating to have no 2 here, but I'm going to keep. I'm not passing Judith. I'm not mulliganing Judith, but this could be, we may be suckered here. This could be a trap, like keeping no 2-drop Rakdos because you've got your bomb. We'll see how it plays out. Thank you, Resonator. Resonator making it rain subs. Thank you so much.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
All right, one more chance at a 2-drop. Please, Plague White off the top. One time, dealer. All right, not Plague White, but a 2-drop. Excellent. We could take it, but... I mean, we could send in, but they would snap trade. We don't want to make that trade until we have Judith going. Maybe next turn we do Shaman on the haste. Depending on what they come up with. Alright, well, we're going to make them wish they kept that, I think. Scorchmark is really nice against Afterlife, so we'll probably end up scorching that. The question is, do we want to do something like... I think I'm going to lead with a Roustabout. It gives them another attack, but I like... you know, next turn we could draw a land and have maybe Shaman and Critics, or, you know... I don't think we need to kill this yet, is my point. Did Oppo mulligan? I didn't notice, but it seems like they're lower on card count than us. They must have mulliganed. I mean, they were on the play, so that's part of it, but... Okay. Choked on red. Gotta play something red every turn, or we're just leaving ourselves too... So, like, I don't want to play Vampire here, if I can help it. We draw a land next turn, we can Vampire Critics. So, like, hopefully we save these for a 2-spell turn next turn. And we can go Scorchmark. I guess we just Judith. And then send the Roustabout. Maybe we do. My heuristic is that when we're choked on a color, I want to try and cast of that color. But... it's still, sometimes you override that. I'm just saying it's a good heuristic to say, consider casting what you're choked on. And we're choked on red. I'm going to let this time down as I figure this out a little bit. Yeah, because SDH is right. We may need to override this and just Vampire anyway. If we do find a mountain off the top, then we get 2 of anything next turn. Scorch and offer trade, and then just drop our gasoline after that. That's also pretty reasonable. Because we can also do that next turn. All right, I'm gonna go against my own heuristic and play the Vampire. Hopefully we find a mountain. If we find a mountain, it'll be great. But I like using all the mana here. It's just we may end up... It's which turn are we choking ourselves? Like now with this play, we may end up being choked next turn instead. That's interesting. This changes with trades with both of them. But yeah, see the problem here? Yep, you're right, SDH. There's a lot of factors to consider in those two situations. We could send in... I'm a little nervous about this open mana. I'm going to send in right now with having not cast anything, I think, and then we have Scorchmark ready. I'm going to... Because of the open mana, I'm going to do this. And hopefully... They might even go for a double block on the Vindictive Vampire. And now that they haven't, we can go ahead and save the... I'm going to go ahead and Scorchmark the Oligarch. Well, maybe this was a bad turn. I tried to get the Oppo to do something, and they didn't, so now we're falling back on this plan. But they didn't do anything on their turn, so that's good. It wasn't something we didn't... You know, 3 cards and 4 open mana had me very nervous. Yeah, I don't know why it's so delayed today, Nantuko. I don't know if it's me or what. What do we like ditching here? This is a rough pitch. Guess we got to keep the skewer. Got to keep Judith. So then it's Clam or Vandal. And I guess it's Vandal because Shaman stops that haunt from blocking. That seems pretty important. So we're going to say bye to the Vandal. Oh yeah, you send that Orator. I love it. I'm going to haste this. Vandal meme for the discard of the Vandal. All right, second red is great. Just great. We get to do two things this turn now. Obviously going to lead on Judith and then see about Skewer or Maka. And this guy can defend at least, which is nice. Like, I think we just take out, well, they come with 3 in the air. We have a block on the ground. I'm just gonna do Maka. I don't think we need to skewer the bird. If they want to swing with it, that's fine with us. All these creatures plus Judith death damage plus Vindictive Vampire death damage just makes it... I don't know how they win if we just swing out and throw our burn at their face. Especially if they don't kill the Shaman and we can make the Bell Haunt not block. Now, let's see. So now we can make the Bell Haunt not block. We could kill the Griffin, just reduce another blocker. I don't know if we get more damage by skewering the Griffin or letting stuff trade. Let's do the math. So let's say we kill the Griffin and they remove this as a blocker. They're going to put the Orator on 3 power. Call it maybe the 3/2, and then we get in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This dies for 8 and 9, and then yeah, I think we actually just want the blocks. I'm gonna say Bell Haunt can't block, and the Griffin trades are okay. Yeah, if you're experiencing a huge delay, do a refresh or whatever, and maybe maybe it'll fix itself. I don't know. Whew. Up to 4. Turning it around with the deck. I love it. Flaming back in. I think blue, white, and white, black are the top AZ, but I think what's nice about this format is that all the pairs are viable. I will play and run all of them, but I agree with you about what the best is. Maka Maka. Not impressive, but hey, look, it's a 2-power 2-drop. I'm in. Ooh, if Oppo does nothing... Okay, we're gonna go Vandal Haste. Or maybe we go Roustabout. Let me decide. I don't know. Oh, they got a Ram coming. It's gonna be big, too. That Ram is trouble, folks. So what do we want? So then maybe since we're about to face a really devastating Ram, we should go looking for answers. I'm going to haste it because this is a problem. So I want to get a clean loot right now. Rummage. Going for the sneak. Interesting. We'll take it. I'm going to offer the Vandal, unfortunately, but I think we should. Effectively, the Vandal here is going to get an extra loot, and that's worth it. Gotta do this, though. Which is sad, because it means we can't cast the Roustabout. And we're flooding a bit here. I think we're gonna lose. I keep saying I think we're gonna lose, and then we manage to win, or a couple times I have. But this, I'll say that instead of saying I think we're gonna lose, I'll say we are way up against it here. This is not good for us. And now we are in, again, a spot where we're gonna 2-for-1 ourselves. And in doing so, make us unable to cast the other spell. Although, yeah, we got to try. I'm going to send in. It's obvious. I think if Oppo is smart, they just take this. Yeah, because they've got the bigger creature. But we do get to drop the Roustabout at least and continue to threaten damage back the other way. We're not out of this yet. What do we need to do to win here? We need, like, IGI. We need them to not gain any life. And we need an IGI to close it out in conjunction with Skewer and the damage we have. But now we don't even have that plan. We do have the double block if they don't find any other gates. But yeah, I think we actually have to hold the Skewer. And we're going to hold our defenses. And we really need to get lucky and draw something that re-enables our attacks. Yeah, Clamor Shaman could be good. I don't want to use the Critic Skewer on the Rubble Belt Runner, though. Again, I think it may be more valuable to us to be able to crack back the other direction. Flooded out. Hard to win the 16-land aggro Rakdos deck with 8 lands drawn in the first handful. You know, we looted some away, too. Like, we've seen, of the cards we've seen. Folks, you're just not going to win too many games when your tool set is 10 lands, Skewer, Scorchmark, Burning Tree, and these 2, you know? I didn't trade AZ because I felt like our only hope for winning was that we find something like a Clamor Shaman or something off the top that allows us to, like, let's say they didn't have a Ceratok and we found Clamor Shaman. We could go no block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Even that's not enough, but I don't know. So, well, we're not going to win this one. Let's see. I guess I will take out this now, though. Drop a gate. Trade Maka with Ram? How are we trading Maka with Ram? I mean, we need a double block, right? This is where they have something to win this combat and it's fully over, but we can't play around anything. Skewer's not an instant. Could have made it a little farther in the run, maybe with some help there, but Appa had a good draw too, so we were going to be up against it even with a more reasonable set of our cards, but certainly we were not getting anywhere with that draw. But let's claim the prize. Got an extra booster out of it, and I think that brings us to 10, so we get to crack some packs at least. Oh no, sorry, wrong set. 10 total, but the other are in the wrong 2. I think we're 4x'd on RNA, though, so we'll get some gems out of this. There's 20. And 40 more there. Well, we could do a little more battling with this deck if anybody wants to challenge me, or we can just move on to another another draft or something. I'd be down with that today. What did we call this deck? It was applause, something about applause. Hold for applause. Pause for applause, something like that. Pause for applause. All right. Let me hop to Soapbox real quick. Thanks for hanging out for this draft, YouTube buddies. 4 wins, better than 3, 2, 1, or 0, I suppose. We're going to draft again, and we'll catch you at that next one. Bye, YouTube.